enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has this sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC. A guy that boxes, unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight. Here he is, the undisputed baddest man on the planet, the UFC heavyweight champion, and man, does he have all the confidence and the self-belief that comes with that distinction.
Yeah, when you're the baddest man on the planet, you are confident. You have to be a bit arrogant, a bit cocky, and that's what this guy has. He has been here on so many different occasions. This is like another night in the office, but you can never tell by the way that he prepares. When you watch him prepare, he treats every one of these defenses as if it's the first time he's fighting for a UFC championship.
No, you put that well. He has had that patented intensity about him this week, trying to occupy some head space in the challenger. Huge heavyweight title fight is upon us. Won't be long now, folks. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Nate Diaz. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting a reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Shara
And there's Herb Dean, who will handle the action inside the octagon. Well, he's got as big a fan base as any fighter on the roster. Here is Nate Diaz, more than 10 years with the UFC now, and maybe we'll see the Stockton slap here tonight. Don't put it past Nate Diaz. If an opportunity presents itself to connect with that open palm, you got to think Diaz will take advantage. Diaz's shot is blocked. All right, early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start, found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his target. He's very accurate with that straight left hand, so he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he drops that straight left on you that hurts so many. Hurt Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards, in the same way.
Missed with that jab attempt there. Oh, nice technique on the side kick. You don't learn that overnight. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Diaz gets caught by that straight punch there.
Oh, nice. Continuing to go to the head.
Well, defense doesn't necessarily win championships in MMA, but he's doing a nice job blocking these shots.
He's not allowing his opponent to get any damage off on him by blocking all these attacks.
Well, Nate Diaz has certainly found the range here early, DC. This is a fighter close to my heart, close to my left forearm. 209, representing well here tonight.
That one's nice strike.
He's got a good leg kick. There it is. All right, now they separate. Oh, head kick attempt. It is blocked by Diaz.
You know, a lot of people say those don't land, but even if you block them a little bit, they still put damage on you.
Nice placement there on the left hook counter. Beautiful. Well, the calf kick's all the rage, but he's not discriminating, attacking the thigh pretty effectively.
Yeah, we have seen that time and time again. Start of mixed martial arts, people throw leg kicks. Right now, you can see him digging his shin into this guy's thigh.
Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting the dome.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, those shots to the head will knock you out. Not this time. This guy's making sure nothing lands.
20 seconds left.
Nice punch there.
Round 2 is next. All right, let's now check out some of the action, DC. What a display of leg kicks in that last round.
He did a good job of identifying his approach in that round. He knew the leg kick would be open, and he took full advantage of it.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the outline. Even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Well, clearly this man wants to strike tonight, but he kind of looks like me out there. Like you're a BJJ fighter. Why not play to your strengths?
Well, sometimes you want to prove a point. And right now, he is trying to prove a point that he's well-rounded and he can do everything. But it's not working. He has got to get back to what got him to the show, and that's shooting takedowns and making this a grappling fight. Connects with a beautiful jab.
Let's go. Get out of there.
All right, so the bruising on that thigh is getting really bad by the minute. He's going to have a hard time walking in the morning, and this fight could end in short order.
Well, even in between rounds, the corner needs to be getting ice on that thigh. He's been beat up in this area. This guy's leg is unrecognizable.
All right, so there's that Nate Diaz left hand. You've talked about the sneaky power. That one looked pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's throwing it hard, but he's so accurate that when he lands, he can hurt you. Nate Diaz has a really good left hand, and it's all rooted in how he hides it behind that slap right hook.
He's got that jab working. Nicely done.
Forward and takedown.
Leg kick checked by Diaz. Just missed with the left there. Just over 2 minutes to go. Well, if these were calf kicks, this fight would likely already be over, but I would say it's pretty critical with the thigh damage at this stage of the fight.
It's very close, and the thigh is bigger. It's a bigger muscle, so it takes more damage in order to limit him. But look at his movement. He can barely move around the octagon now. He's very, very close to being stopped by leg kicks.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2. Oh, misses with the jab. Well, now if you're the opponent, you really got to be careful as Diaz is able to find a home for that right hand yet again.
When Diaz starts landing the right hand, you have got to stay firm. You have got to dig your heels in the ground and say, no way you're going to just run me over. Easier said than done when you're facing Nathan Diaz.
Diaz is nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Final seconds here. Beautiful right hook counter. 10 minutes in the books. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, 60 seconds between rounds. That gives us a chance to look at some of the replays from that previous round, including some of the damage sustained on his nose.
Yeah, it was a nice shot that landed that opened up that cut on the nose. Granted, any cut is bad, but this one is in a spot where it shouldn't affect him too much. What we have to watch, though, John, is if the nose is broken.
Right.
Then it's hard for him to breathe.
Yeah, get the blood in that nasal cavity, potentially trickles down the throat a little bit. I mean, fighting just sounds like a really fun career. So let's get to the next round. All right, here we go with the start of another round. Pretty good previous two rounds, I thought.
Yeah, it's been a very competitive fight to this point. Both guys have had their moments, especially in these last two rounds. You expect somebody to get ahead, but they've both been so evenly matched. Still right on his nose.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
Let's go. You can do this.
It's work.
He's been working hard defensively. Kick block there. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following a game plan.
Takedown defense holds up, and they separate. We pass the midpoint here of the fight. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here.
He's in trouble.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Diaz has got his head. Let's see if he can secure a guillotine choke here. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. He's having his way with him here. Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Diaz.
That was nice.
Diaz is in half guard now. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Attempting a choke now. Oh, that one looks really tight, DC.
Okay, he's got it. That's it.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
Diaz getting absolutely worked from the top here on the wrong end of nearly all of these ground and pound strikes. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was for him, DC. And look at him walking back to that corner. He's feeling himself a little bit.
Oh, he's feeling himself, and look at his coaches. They're all celebrating because they know that if they stay the course, if they do the exact same thing, they may be able to find the finish this time.
All right, so he gets knocked down, but not out. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC. A huge round on the other side.
He had him hurt very bad. He found the shot. He got exactly what he wanted. When he saw the opening, he jumped on it, and he hurt his opponent very bad. If he can get back to that one more time, he may end the night.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All All right, fourth round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be harder. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion.
Oh, nice check on the leg kick offering there. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ. Yeah.
Well, you can just see he is oozing with confidence, and not overconfidence, but a big knockdown in round one, likely the source of that confidence.
When everything is going great, you tend to feel like you can walk through a wall. He doesn't need to walk through a wall. He needs to continue to find the right avenue to land those shots.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Back and forth we go. Man, look at the redness now almost immediately on the right side of his body. And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do with it.
Oh, nice right hand, John. Oh, nice takedown defense.
Blocks the shot to the body. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right.
Check that last one.
Relax and set it up, Mark. Relax and set it up. Be patient. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's time to work.
Try to establish that jab. Under a minute to go in round 4.
Big shot to the head.
Oh, looked like he was trying to set up the head kick, but he misses on that attempt.
Oh, that one landed, yep.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Keep doing it again. Do it again.
Horn sounds for the end of round 4.
Nice workout there. Wow, your striking is on a whole nother level. I want you to keep doing that. Your jab is beautiful. Keep that in his face.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round forthcoming. Diaz's hook shot blocked, though, by the defense. Nice job getting that guard up to prevent any further damage.
Real quick leg kick.
Again, going back to the jab just out of range. Leg kick is there.
The issue with that kick, as effective as it is, one gets checked, you have the Anderson Silva situation.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight.
Looking to double up that jab now.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Well, he is clearly losing this fight. It has not been his best performance, but he can change all of that with a late submission.
He struggled because he hasn't been able to get this fight to the ground. Now he needs to abandon his setup to his takedowns, grab his opponent, and try to take him to the floor so he can chase the submission.
Diaz gets hit with a kick. That one appeared to land flush.
Big shot lands for both guys. Ooh, what a punch. Clinch position. Look for the opponent to try to circle off to the side of the octagon, get back to the center where he can dictate the pace and the pressure.
Diaz is blocking well now. Made the adjustment, protecting what is an already damaged nose.
Let's work, guys. Come on.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
There it is. Now he's running him out. Yep, got to be very careful there.
30 seconds now to go in the round. 20 seconds to go in the fight. Diaz is trying for a submission here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Back and forth action right until the final horn. That one's going to hold up in the fight of the year conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen,
now
after
in
5
the
rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Shara.
So there he is, and still the baddest man on the planet, the undisputed UFC